Today, we review Hitman Absolution for the PS3. We also review Halo 4. Then we made a stop by Straight Games to check out their Wii U lineup. In the lobby, we revisit Warfighter, plus some Dead or Alive 5. What can I say? Today is a great day to be a gamer. You've just entered the lab. Hitman Absolution. We played this one for the PS3. And guess what? You crank this up to the purest level and it's good times. Okay, the best way to start this review would be to say Hitman Absolution was a breath of fresh air. For me at least. I haven't played a game like this in a while and it's safe to say I appreciated the change of pace. Sweet. Absolution follows the story of hired assassin Agent 47. Now 47 is sent on a mission to take out rogue agent Diana Penelope Burnwood, his former handler who brought down the agency single-handedly. The agency, now back on his feet, is out for revenge, and 47 is chosen as the man for the job. However, 47 realizes things aren't exactly the way they seem, and turns on the agency while protecting the life of this one very important girl.
Thank you for your help. This girl is important. Take this.
Who everyone else seems to be after. This girl is apparently some kind of perfect weapon.
She is beyond perfect.
I knew there was some reason the agency wanted her so bad. Jackpot!
The story of Absolution plays out well, with the usual twists and turns, double crosses, and entertaining enemy types expected in the world of assassins and criminal masterminds.
You really want to know? Because I can help you find them. For a price, of course.
The voice acting helps solidify this good story. Very convincing dialogue delivered by A-list standard actors. We're talking about the likes of Vivica A. Fox, among others.
47. This is Benjamin Travis. The money has been wired to your account. Welcome to Chicago.
What also helps propel the story and overall feel of the game are the visuals. The graphics in Absolution are really well done, from the various character models to the amazing environments to the beautiful cutscenes. They all blend in seamlessly to further immerse you in this memorable gameplay experience.
Now you better keep those... What the... Not gonna shoot! Just release him!
The controls are another thing that are seamlessly integrated. In a game like this, where you rely solely on stealth as your primary means to dispatch the opposition, you need smooth controls. Controls that say, yes, the developers had the player in mind. Controls that say developers were not foolish enough to try and integrate complex controls as a part of the difficulty level. Games like Hitman Absolution and the Uncharted series will always receive high praises from me where this is concerned. Developers take note. Gameplay controls should not, I repeat, should not be a part of the game's challenge. Think of video game controls as you would an automobile's controls. You hop into a car, you like to start it up and enjoy the ride, right? Not battle with how to control it. That's my point. And in Hitman Absolution, while the controls aren't 100% perfect, I see where devs had the player in mind. We get to spend less time trying to figure out the controls and more time enjoying what the game has to offer. Remember, this isn't a hack and slash game. A game like this requires precision. Stealth requires very refined controls. Maybe the guys responsible for Tenchu Stealth Assassins should take that into consideration before releasing another in the series, if they ever do. The scores, another element that helps get you completely lost in the experience. You know, when you think about it, or maybe I speak for myself, but the purpose of playing video games is to escape reality for a bit, get immersed in a virtual world. And with scores like these, well, let's say it gets the job done. Let's move more to gameplay. As you progress through the stages, you unlock new abilities. Not in a deep, meaningful role-playing kind of way, but you do. While going through, I must admit though, I didn't really see a great difference with the various unlocks, but they were there and I'm not complaining.
Good luck, Holmes.
Like I said regarding the controls, the stealth element is the key part of the game. I've heard reviewers say you have a choice. You can either proceed through a level stealthily or you can try a run and gun. But to me, that's no option really. You try to mow your way through a stage, and there's a 99.9% chance of failure.
Hey, stop right now. I am serious.
So yes, the stealth element is what it's all about, and it's done well here, as there's so many ways of silently dispatching the enemy. So many and so very entertaining.
Hey, this hot sauce is a big hit, huh?
They're not all very practical, but they do work well, once you're able to understand what works well, where, and when. When it comes to shock and awe, like I said, it doesn't work most of the times, but if you're in a tight spot where you're detected, you can give it a shot, as Hitman Absolution isn't the kind of game where you end up shooting a guy 10 times and he keeps coming. Mostly one shot kills here, and the cover system works pretty well. So even though it's not advised, shock and awe can help you out in a pickle. The quick time melee events are a bit of a paper, scissors, rock kind of thing, and can get a bit annoying and clumsy at times. But with some practice, you'll kind of get used to the routine. Now, let me get something straight. Something I should have pointed out before. This review is based on the purest difficulty setting, the hardest setting, where you get no hints, the enemy will detect you at the drop of a pin, and the AI is way up there. Now, you're given several options for difficulty levels to choose from, and I was a bit intimidated at first when starting it up, but I still went straight to purist, and I'm glad I did. I've seen videos of this game on lower settings where there's lots going on in your HUD with indicators showing you safe distances and so on, but in my opinion, playing this game by those rules slightly defeats the purpose and seriously dilutes the experience.
Chloe? Yeah, Chloe, okay, stay calm. There's a bunch of bodies where I am right now. We don't have the infrastructure to deal with this. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to call upstate, tell them to send everything they got.
With that said, the enemy AI, while they could be smarter, they're smart enough. They're not as random and witty as other enemy types in games like Halo, but they put up a good enough challenge. So, I'm good with that. Hitman Absolution gives us the opportunity to use disguises. Now while this is a cool addition, it's terribly flawed. It actually leaves me wondering if it was an afterthought. If the devs came up with this last minute and decided, hey, let's throw this in. Now here's how it works. You can take someone out and take whatever it is they're wearing. Of course, if you see a bag of clothes on the ground somewhere, you can steal that as well. But here's the problem. Whatever it is that you're wearing is only detectable by others wearing the same clothes. So think about it. You enter a police station. You'd like to blend in. What would you logically do to blend in such an environment? You don't want to dress like a cop so you appear to be one of them. But once you get within 4 feet of another cop, he points you out as being a fake.
Oh, hey, you must be the new guy. Come on, are you kidding me? You think I'm gonna fall for that? Are you not listening to me?
Same thing goes for any other disguise you put on, even if it covers your face.
Got my eye on you.
Now I get what they're trying to say, that for most part, other persons on the same team as you could realize they've never seen you before. But it's way too sensitive. And even if you took the disguise of a chef in a crowded area in Chinatown, other chefs will pick you out as a fake and you don't even work with them. So how the hell do they know if you're a fake or not?
Something's off with this guy.
I'm just saying, cool addition, but requires some refinement. Every single cop or security guard in a city can't know each other. I mean, come on.
It's for you.
Skirt you here, why?
I like how random the duration of each stage is. It helps with the immersion process. The hardest, longest thing in most games is what sometimes sets in that tedium effect. It reminds you that you're playing a video game, and I don't want that. I want an experience that's closer to real life, where anything can happen. Now, just because I'm halfway through the game doesn't mean I can't meet up on a short or easy stage. I call that balance. I know I'm probably alone on this, but one of my favorite things is to reach the end of a game and meet up on a boss that's a pushover, or no boss at all. Now the checkpoint system, like in most games, also works similarly. Only thing is, sometimes you mess up and end up way back. I think this happens more often than I would like because I'm playing on the purest level. So things like instincts, which is an element of the game that helps you go undetected or detect solutions, helps you through without too many retries, if you're real perceptive. Your powers of perception can go a long way to completing this game in a reasonable time. A lot of things in this game aren't as obvious as you'd like them to be, so you have to pay close attention. Again, I'm reviewing this game on the hardest difficulty, so maybe if you dumb it down to one of the noob levels, you should be able to walk through it pretty easily, but on purist, well, they might as well call it Hitman Trial and Error.
We've created contracts, a mode where everybody can take part in these challenges and even create them inside Absolution.
The multiplayer. I like what the devs did with this. It's not your regular team deathmatch capture the flag routine. Instead, you play contracts. Contracts created by other players. To be honest with you though, I don't have much interest in playing these contracts, but I'm sure others do, and it's good to have the option. And I don't think the traditional multiplayer needs to be tossed into every game. Some games just don't need it. And it's best to not have multiplayer at all than to create a bad multiplayer component.
Yes, sir.
So far, so good. Most things get a thumbs up from me, but here are a few places Square Enix could have stepped it up. We have no vault controls. You can't vault over a low wall or table if you want to. You have to walk around it. Now, this might seem trivial, but think about it. You've been detected, you're on the run, you meet up on an obstacle, a very low obstacle. You'd like to, in the heat of this chase, just jump over it and move to safety, but no. Look, I know this isn't Sleeping Dogs, but come on. Absolution in all its glory also has its fair share of glitches. Some seem to come from how linear the game gets at times. It's like if you don't play the game the way the devs intended you to play it, you suffer. Like trying to run to a door without eliminating certain guards first. You end up standing at the door waiting for the icon to appear that tells you can proceed, but it doesn't pop up. While if you play the level again and take out the specific guards, the icon is there. Now that's either a glitch or the devs making the game way too linear. Either is a problem.
What? Who the would dare with me? Are you kidding me?
You have no customizable loadouts. Instead of resetting your arsenal after a stage, it would be really cool if you could take, let's say, the sniper rifle you found in the previous stage into the next. Because even though this game is a stealth game, sniper rifles are very few and far in between. And trust me, in situations like the ones you're presented with in Absolution, a sniper rifle could really save you a lot of time and trouble.
Yes.
So anyway, that's about it. Hitman Absolution, a great game in my books. One I almost missed out on simply because I was never really a fan of the series, but one I'm glad I picked up. You should do the same. Visit Straight Games in the Sovereign Center. New or used, it's your choice. The lab gives Hitman Absolution an 8 out of 10.
Go with God, mother.
After the break, we talked to Gregory from Straight Games on his Wii U lineup, plus a review of Halo 4.